Hello and welcome to the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Sustainability Assessment for the Greenville competition. My name is Julia Kelly and I am a senior at RPI. Our school slogan is "Why not change the world?" and that is exactly why I went into environmental engineering and chose RPI. Our team for this project is the Student Sustainability Task Force, and we're going to be looking at Rensselaer's sustainability. Just for some context, RPI was founded in 1824 in Troy, New York, outside of Albany, and is home to about 7,000 students. Today, we are going to be assessing how RPI manages its resources according to four main topics: food, waste, water, and energy. We put about 20 students out into campus and used the Green Pin app to assess campus sustainability. And these are some of our best observations according to those categories. So for energy, we have some covers over thermostats in the library to ensure that students are not manipulating these and that they're set at a constant temperature. However, you can also see this strange pattern of snow melt in our field. That is directly where our steam pipe that heats campus runs. You can see how inefficient this process in this pipe is with how much energy is being lost through conduction between the pipe, the ground, and eventually melting the snow with time. We have a dichotomy in energy management at RPI. While we do have some progressive new developments with some LEED certified buildings as showcased on those top photos there, we've also have a lot of neglection of existing facilities. We have that inefficient steam system that heats campus, extremely hot buildings in winter and freezing in the summertime. And these older buildings happen to be the ones that most students inhabit, not the newer buildings. In terms of waste, we see some efforts to recycle in the mailroom, but also really confusing food waste bins that lack all signage. We do have some recycle, reuse, and reduced infrastructure and some student initiatives on campus. RPI has switched to Casella, which promotes single stream recycling and trash separation. And there's also some recent student sustainability efforts that increases the availability of composting through dining halls. In terms of water, while we do have a lot of water bottle refill stations throughout campus to promote the use of reusable bottles, our campus is riddled with leaky faucets. We want to position RPI in the larger context of what's happening in the US with lead service lines. Troy, New York has initiated its lead service line replacement program, yet RPI has only verified 3/4 of its dining halls as lead-free. Many dorms and academic buildings are left unknown, and we want to see RPI confirm these services as non-lead to protect the students. In terms of food, again, we do have some composting in the dining halls, but our to-go stations are filled with plastic. Some ongoing sustainability initiatives. We want to point out that sustainability clubs struggle with retention, resources, and continuity of projects past just the point that the student running it is on campus. Professors who dedicate so much time and resources to helping these student initiatives are not compensated for their hours and hours of work. Students still strive to make sustainable change and on campus nonetheless. Some examples here are some themed dorm housing, Sunrise, a food recovery network, and some hydroponic greens that go to the dining halls. Yet every single one of these clubs struggles to maintain their stature as a prominent student club and struggles with connection with administration. Some honest statistics. So greenhouse gas emissions, and you'll notice that these dates here are pretty outdated. Almost 20 years ago is what we could find for data here. We have an 11% decrease in greenhouse gas emissions from 2005 to 2008, And it's noted that after 2008, greenhouse gas emissions increased because of the construction of two of our LEED certified buildings. RPI currently does not have a greenhouse gas emission goal and does not have a green purchasing policy. Honest statistics for energy, RPI is part of the NYUP grid, just for context. The last time we had any record of electric energy from renewable sources or purchasing of renewable energy credits is from 2001. And you can see that most of our energy for heating and cooling generated on site for combustion comes from natural gas. Again, these waste statistics are pretty outdated. We're looking at about 20 years in the past, and the only real trend we can see is the increase in cost of waste and then general stagnation of recycling. In terms of carbon footprint, according to the eGrid 2021 and EPA conversion factors for natural gas, RPI's carbon footprint for 2023 is about 11,000 metric tons of CEO, split almost in half between fuel emissions and electric emissions. Honest statistics or lack thereof, our team found it very difficult to find recent statistics on sustainability measures. We want to call attention to the fact that in 2001, Lobin Kobolentz, Chief of Staff and Associate VP for Planning, was dismissed, and he was an important point of contact between admin and students. RPI does not have an Office of Sustainability or an Energy Manager to keep track of these things. RPI is not ranked by the STARS program. And RPI, fortunately, is beginning the process of a capital improvements and an asset management plan. And in a final report from this committee pushing this process, they do mention the need for an Office of Sustainability to guide this work, and students are backing this idea. It started with the students, really. We want to call attention to past progress. So in 1991, the Energy Awareness Program was initiated, and it actually was a competition between buildings to save as much energy as they could. Any energy that was saved by that building was returned directly to the departments in that building for their own internal use. You can see the projected energy use based on this trend in green, and then what actually happened as a result of this project. We did not continue on that upward trend, and we had a little bit of decreasing here and there. And this was just based off of behavioral changes within users of the building. And this is exactly when the program was started in 1991. Unfortunately, due to administrative changes, this program was discontinued and progress stopped. Past progress within the student side, in September of 2019, we had a resolution passed by our student union to recognize the necessity of a director of sustainability for the long-term evaluation and development and implementation of environmental student sustainability initiatives. But this happened in 2019, right before the pandemic hit. After that pandemic hit, we lost a bunch of momentum. We lost students involved in this and interested in this, and we're still trying to work back to where we were. Our best opportunity is an Office of Sustainability. We see it split up between an energy manager who would be responsible for climate and carbon action plan and promise, catalyzing a green revolving fund with energy savings, and as a consultant to campus development. We also see another part of this office being the Student and Community Engagement Coordinator. They would support student sustainability initiatives on campus and connect students with regional environmental issues and also have sustainable career support. Some challenges. The prior administration focused on new development rather than maintenance of existing infrastructure. There's also this legacy of us, the students, versus them, the administration, rather than a team effort. We want to note a presidential change. RPI's new president as of 2022, Martin A. Schmidt, has already begun rekindling relationships between students and administration. SSTF is very excited to work with the Office of the President in the future to ensure that student voices are heard. Specific steps to be taken. RPI needs to utilize NYSERDA's support to cover 75% of the energy manager position salary. The remaining 25% can easily be covered by energy savings instituted by the position itself. RPI should be an active participant in the STARS program to assess current sustainability and track the progress achieved by the office. We also need to engage student groups and faculty who have been leaders in sustainable development already in the development of Office of Sustainability. This idea started with us and it needs to be seen through with our help and our input. Some stakeholders. We want to see this as a servant leadership model where the bottom is serving the top, not the other way around. We go from the local community and the students to different senates and alumni and student groups to specific people who are in charge of making these decisions and who we need to call on to be accountable for supporting the local community and the students. Our vision, I see a future when RPI has an Office of Sustainability. It will tackle both development and support of students and community. There needs to be a partnership between students and administration to lead to the sustainable future of RPI. RPI asks us, why not change the world? And we ask RPI, why not start with our own campus with an Office of Sustainability? Thank you.